welcome to Library Time with Miss James. Do you know what this week is? Do you know that it is Teacher Appreciation Week? This is a week where you are showing appreciation to your teachers and all that they do for you. And it doesn't have to be just the teacher that is in your life right now. It could be teachers from the past. It could just be the teachers that help you or have done things for you or has really changed your life in any way. Teachers make such a big impact on people. And I know that all of my teachers from kindergarten all the way up to my senior year were awesome and just made such an impact on me and helped shape and mold my life. And I am so thankful for all those teachers and the memories that I have with them. And so it's important to show our appreciation to the teachers because they do so much and so much behind the scenes that we don't even realize. And you know, you have your classroom teacher, and then there's other teachers too, like your specials teachers, and there's just lots of people that are doing lots of things and care for you. So a great way to show your appreciation is to write a letter, because letters are so awesome. They are so special, and I know that every single letter I have ever gotten from a child has been the most wonderful gift, because I know it came from their heart and they took time to do that, and it's cheap. All you have to do is buy a stamp. So write a letter, get your teacher's address, put a stamp on it, put it in the mailbox, and you're done. And I promise your teacher will love it. Letters are amazing. I still have all my letters that I've ever gotten from a student, and it's so fun to pull those out years later and read them, and it still just means a lot to you. So write a teacher a letter. So just to go on with that, you know, I have to read you a book about this. So this is a very cute, sweet, special book that really means a lot, and to teachers. It's called A Letter to My Teacher, and it's about a little girl that grows up and she's now writing a letter back to her teacher from years and years ago. And I think you'll find it really special too, and I'm going to read it to you now. A Letter to My Teacher. Words by Deborah Hopkinson. Pictures by Nancy Carpenter. Dear teacher, whenever I had something to tell you, I tugged on your shirt and whispered in your ear. This time, I'm writing a letter. I hope you remember me. I was the one who marched to school that first day, splashing through every puddle I could find. I wore a bright yellow raincoat and a dark, stormy frown. Because for me, school meant sitting still and listening. Two things I wasn't much good at. I stood there ornery and dripping, just sure I'd get in trouble. But instead, you grinned at me. Good morning. Look at you standing there like Mary Kingsley, just back from canoeing up the Agua River. Who? I said. Where? Mary Kingsley, the fearless explorer, you explained. Someday we'll read about her and crocodiles. Now get the mop. Crocodiles? After taking attendance, you made a big announcement. Welcome! This year we'll be planting the first ever second grade garden. It will be our great experiment. Yay! We get to dig in the mud! I shouted. True, but first we read about plants, you said. We'll use math to measure our plot, and we'll write our garden plan. Reading, math, writing. I was better at running and jumping. The next week, we visited the creek behind the school to learn about plants and water. When you weren't watching, I started to hop the rocks. Right in the middle, I got stuck. Look at me! I'm Mary. What's her name? I hollered, trying to sound brave. Watch out for crocodiles, you called back, and then you rushed to rescue me. On the way back, you held my hand and never told anyone how much I was shaking. All fall, I tried hard to sit still. Right before Thanksgiving vacation, you asked who wanted to take the Mouse Brothers home. Me! Pick me! I shouted. But while I was busy eating turkey, my cat Lucy ate one brother. I bought a replacement mouse, except I just couldn't tell you. And one day, when we were cleaning their cage, you called me over to your desk and told me that we might have to change the brothers' names to Ma and Pa Mouse. You knew the whole time, I said. Laughing, you said, might as well get used to it. Teachers see everything. When winter came, the reading corner became our secret garden of stories. On Friday afternoons, we all curled up in a heap to listen, just like our new litter of mice. I loved it when you read to us and always begged for more. But I hated being called on to read out loud. I kept tripping over words. Once, right before my turn, I yelled, "Raise your hand if you want to go home." Another time I clutched my throat and croaked, "Uh-oh, I just lost my voice." Nothing fooled you, though. You called me to your desk and asked, "When we make our garden, do you think the seeds will grow right away?" "No," I said. "Everyone knows they need time and sun and water." "Well, learning to read takes time too," you said. "Now, I think you have a cat." I nodded. "Lucy, the one who likes mice." "Well, I'd like for you to read to Lucy every day," you suggested. "It might keep her out of trouble." I giggled. "Maybe I'll read her Puss in Boots." I practiced hard and you gave me extra help too. One day, you brought me a special book. "I met a real author and he autographed it just for you," you said. I looked at the cover and sounded out the words. "Wow, it's about her, that explorer, Mary Kingsley." You smiled. "Next week, you can share it with the class." In March, we explored our town. We went on a field trip to an old house. It was full of history and secret stairways. When I slipped away to look for hidden treasure in the root cellar, you and the whole class had to trudge down the old stone steps to find me. I think even you lost your patience that time. Exasperating was the word you used. I remember because that night my mom helped me look it up in the dictionary. The day you brought in seeds for us to choose, I tugged on your shirt. "Can we plant this kind? The packet says early spring. We can have bright red radishes in just a few weeks." "Good reading and great idea," you said. Thanks to the math games we played, measuring our garden patch was easy. At last, we turned over our soil and were ready to plant. I was radish crew chief and read out the instructions all by myself. All spring, we weeded and watered and kept the garden journals too. On Friday, before summer vacation, we wrote out invitations to every class to come enjoy the salad we'd grown ourselves. "Splendid spinach," said the principal. "It's because of the worms," I explained. I didn't know how to say thank you, so on the last day, I gave you a present, a memory quilt. I'd measured squares on paper and made the story of our year in each one. The reading corner, worms in our compost, the magnificent mouse family, and best of all, a picture of you and me. You looked at the quilt for a long time and then held it up for everyone to see. Thank you. Now I'll never forget you all and the year of the second grade garden. Me neither, I promised. And I never have. For a long time now, I've been wanting to write to you and tell you that even though I didn't always listen, and I know I was exasperating, second grade really was the best year ever. So I guess you won't be too surprised to hear that I still like to stomp through creeks, dig in the garden, and even read out loud to my cat. Most of all, I want to tell you that I'm about to start my first job, and tomorrow morning, when I go to work, I'll think about everything you helped me explore, and I'll try my best to be like you. Thank you for being my teacher, your student. And there I am, a little second grader at Berry Elementary School. If I were to write a letter myself today to all the teachers in my life, I would say thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping shape and mold me into the person and teacher librarian I am today. I was blessed to have you as a teacher. I love you all. There are a few of you listed who are not my classroom teachers in school, but you are teachers in my life and showed love and support to me always. My memory has faded a lot over the years, and I know I'm missing some who would be in this list, but this doesn't even include my amazing Sunday school teachers, piano, 4-H, college teachers, and so many other teachers who impacted my life in some way. I was truly blessed as a student. Thank you, teachers. You are amazing, and you are so appreciated. Now I have 2 children of my own, and I believe they are just as blessed by the amazing teachers in their lives. ACA teachers, thank you for teaching my children, setting great examples each day, showing God's love to them and all the students. Your work does not go unnoticed by us. And thank you for working beside me and for your amazing friendship. The James family loves you all so much. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week to all the teachers in our lives. We love you.